Hi, I'm Dan Gamache, and thank you for visiting my website, TriValleyHomeSearch.com. I'd like to explain why and how short sales take so long. Um, Certainly it does depend on the bank, how many loans there are, and who the loans are with. It's not always the same, even though it's the same bank, because there's different investors. Chase has 1,500 different investors, and one investor handles it one way, the other handles it differently the other way. Um, but notoriously, Bank of America is the slowest, and they take sometimes 3 to 4 or 5 months. Some better banks that have their act together are the smaller banks. And I will say that I just had a great transaction with Chase. So generally, those banks are a little bit slower. But what takes so long is they have someone in the Middle East in a cubicle with 200 files on their desk, and they have to go through them all. And that person probably makes $12, $15 an hour, and they're overworked and underpaid, and they don't care about us. So basically, you have to have a good listing agent that has the complete short sale package, including all the seller's W-2s, bank statements, hardship letter and information, and it needs to be submitted before you actually get an offer, in my opinion. And once you get an offer, it's one less piece of the puzzle, or the offer should be the last piece of the puzzle, shall we say. And then the bank will analyze everything, send out another realtor to do what we call a BPO, and basically it's a generic appraisal, and that value is a huge sticking point. If that value is significantly higher than where the buyers and sellers have reached a price point, then it's probably not going to go smoothly. So that is one of the big hurdles to make. But basically, the reason it takes so long is the volume that's out there and the amount of paperwork that needs to be gone through, analyzed, and then the negotiations between the banks. If there's a first and a second, the second wants as much money as he can, and the first wants to give as little as they can. So it's the negotiation between them, and then sometimes it's negotiating between the seller. The second might say, well, I want the seller to pay me back $30,000, and I'll take a promissory note, and they can pay me over 10 years. Well, that's another part of the negotiations that has to take place. When the buyer makes an offer to the seller, it's not based upon getting short sale approval. It's upon the seller accepting the short sale approval. So if the short sale bank gives an approval that they have to repay back $30,000, or they have to come up with $15,000, then the seller has the option to decline that, and you do not have a deal if that takes place. So in short, that's kind of the reasons why short sales take so long. People having too much volume to handle it all, the amount of paperwork that gets done, and depends on the bank. Like I said, Bank of America, good luck. They're very challenging and not fun to work with. But if you have any additional questions, you can reach me, Dan, at PleasanttonNeighborhoods.com, or 925-918-0332. I take phone calls or texts, anything you like. Have a great day. Bye-bye.